My mother told me to marry a woman who was pregnant with my brother's child. The wedding was in 18 hours. Let me back up. It's the night before my wedding. Rehearsal dinner, the Sterling Grand Hotel, Ballroom B, 200 guests expected tomorrow. Lauren looks perfect in her navy dress, the one that makes her eyes look darker. My brother Derek is cracking jokes at the head table, playing best man like he was born for it. My mother, Patricia, keeps adjusting the centerpieces. Everything has to be perfect. Everything always has to be perfect for her. I need to grab the marriage license from the venue coordinator's office. It's in the storage room off the main hall. Door's unlocked. I push it open. Lauren's dress is half unzipped. Derek is buttoning his shirt. They freeze. I freeze. The room smells like champagne and her perfume and something else I can't name. Panic, maybe. Guilt. The engagement ring I worked 3 jobs for 6 months to buy, 2-carat princess cut, because she said she wanted princess cut, sits on a wooden shelf next to a mop bucket. Marcus, Lauren says, just my name, nothing after it. Derek looks at the floor. My brother, my best man, looking at the floor. I don't say anything. I back out, close the door, stand in the hallway. My hands are shaking. The marriage license is still in there. I don't care. My mother is waiting at the end of the hall, arms crossed, face blank. She'd seen everything. She takes my arm, tight the way she used to when I was a kid and embarrassing her in public, and walks me to an empty conference room. My father follows. Robert. Silent Robert, who never says anything that might upset her. My mother closes the door, locks it, turns to face me. You will not, she says, embarrass this family. I stare at her. Did you see what I just saw? I saw 2 people making a mistake. Her voice is cold, controlled. She's wearing her pearl necklace. Family heirloom, 5 generations. She touches it when she's about to lie. Habit. Tell. A mistake that doesn't need to ruin 3 lives and humiliate 200 guests. A mistake? My voice cracks. Mom, I know what they were doing. She cuts me off, smooths her dress. And you're going to forgive them. Tomorrow, you will stand at that altar, and you will marry Lauren, and we will move forward as a family, because that's what families do. I look at my father. Dad, say something, please. He opens his mouth, closes it, looks at my mother, looks back at me. Your mother's right, he says quietly. Think of the family. I am the family. My throat is tight. I'm your son. I know. He won't meet my eyes. I'm sorry. He walks out. My mother stays. She's still touching her pearls, each one perfect, cold. Your feelings, she says, don't matter more than this family's reputation. 200 people are expecting a wedding. I've spent $40,000 on this reception. Lauren's parents have flown in from Connecticut. The photographer, the band, the flowers, everything is paid for, Marcus. You want me to marry someone who cheated on me with my brother the night before our wedding? I want you to be an adult. Her eyes are hard. I want you to understand that love isn't some fairy tale. It's commitment. It's sacrifice. It's putting family first. Derek made a mistake. Lauren made a mistake. You will forgive them both, and we will never speak of this again. What if I say no? She straightens. Then you are no longer my son. Silence. The kind that rings in your ears. You disown me, I say slowly, for not marrying someone who betrayed me. I'd be protecting this family from your selfishness. She walks to the door, unlocks it, looks back. The wedding is at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Be there, or don't. But if you're not, don't ever come back to this house. Do you understand me? I understand. I've always understood. With my mother, love is conditional, performance is everything, and I've just failed my audition. Do you understand me? She repeats. Yes. She leaves. The door clicks shut. I stand there for 20 minutes, maybe 30. My phone buzzes. Tom, my actual best man, not Derek, because Derek insisted on the title, texting, "You good? Haven't seen you in a while." I don't respond. I walk back to my hotel room. The tuxedo is hanging on the closet door, still in the garment bag. My handwritten vows are in the inner pocket. I spent 3 weeks on those vows. I take off my watch, my grandfather's watch. Gold face, leather strap cracked but soft from 60 years of wear. He gave it to me when I turned 18. Time reveals character, he'd said. Wear this and remember that. I put the watch back on. It's the only thing that feels real right now. I look at the tuxedo, at the vows, at my phone, full of congratulations messages from people who don't know. No explanation, no confrontation, just gone. I leave the tuxedo on the bed, leave the vows in the pocket, leave the hotel key on the desk. I take my grandfather's watch, my wallet, and my car keys. That's it. I drive away. It's 11:37 p.m. My wedding is in 16 hours and 23 minutes. I don't go back. 18 hours later, they hold the wedding without me. I know because they post photos. Lauren in white, my mother smiling, Derek standing where I should have been, arm around Lauren's shoulders in the reception photos, playing supportive brother-in-law, my father in the background looking at his phone. The captions are careful. Intimate ceremony, close family only, no mention of a groom. 3 days later, my mother calls. I don't answer. She leaves a voicemail. You've made your choice. We've made ours. Don't contact us again. I don't. 6 months pass, a year, 2 years. I move 4 hours away, change my number, start over. New city, new job. I become a therapist. Ironic, maybe. But trauma makes you good at recognizing it in others. I help people set boundaries. I help them leave toxic families. I don't talk about mine. 3 years, no contact, no explanation to anyone who asks why I'm not close with my family. I just say, we're not in touch, and people stop asking. I think I'm healing. I think I'm past it. Then a 3-year-old girl in a grocery store calls me Uncle Marcus. I'm in the cereal aisle, normal Tuesday afternoon. I reach for a box of something generic when I hear it. Uncle Marcus, I turn. There's a little girl. Blonde hair and pigtails, pink jacket, standing 3 feet away, holding a box of crayons. She's staring at me like she knows me. I'm sorry, I say. I think you have me confused with... Uncle Marcus! She runs up, hugs my leg. Mommy said you don't visit anymore. Did you bring candy? My heart stops. I look around for a parent. There's a woman at the end of the aisle, back turned, on her phone. I crouch down. Sweetie, I think you've got the wrong person. What's your name? Emma. She holds up her crayons. I'm going to draw you a picture. Want to see my last one? She pulls a folded paper from her jacket pocket, opens it. It's a crayon drawing. Waxy smell, purple and black and yellow. Crude, but clear enough. 4 stick figures. She points. That's Daddy Derek. That's Mommy. That's mean Grandma. And that's you. See? You're far away. My hands go numb. Daddy Derek. Mean Grandma. Emma? The woman at the end of the aisle turns. I see her face. Lauren, she goes white, drops her phone. Marcus, I stand up. Emma is still holding my leg. Hi, Lauren. What are you can't... She rushes over, pulls Emma away. Emma, honey, that's not Uncle Marcus. That's... She looks at me. Just someone who looks like him. But Mommy, not now. Lauren picks her up. Emma starts to cry. Lauren looks at me. You need to leave. An elderly woman pushes her cart past us. She's watching. She's seen the whole thing. That child has your brother's eyes, the woman says to me quietly. But she's calling you uncle. Lauren walks away fast. Emma waves at me over her shoulder, still crying. The elderly woman, name tag on her purse says Mrs. Chen, looks at me. You all right, dear? I don't know, I say honestly. Here. She hands me a small card. I live next door to them. If you ever need someone to tell you what they don't want you to know, call me. I've been watching for 2 years. She walks away before I can respond. I stand in the cereal aisle, holding a crayon drawing of my family. Emma labeled it my family in someone else's handwriting, an adult's, helping her spell. And Emma is 3 years old. 3 years since my wedding, that wasn't. I call my therapist colleague Sarah, the one who helped me rebuild. I need you to tell me I'm not crazy, I say. What happened? I tell her. The grocery store, Emma, the drawing, the math. Marcus, she says carefully. What are you going to do? Not revenge, not reconciliation. Just truth. I'm going to find out, I say. I need to know. I hire a private investigator. Her name is Janet, recommended by Sarah, used to work family law cases. We meet in a coffee shop that's too loud for anyone to overhear. I need you to tell me if I'm insane, I say. I show her the drawing, tell her about the grocery store, about my wedding, that wasn't. Janet doesn't blink. You want a timeline? I want to know if my brother's been with my ex-fiancée for longer than one night. And if he has, I look at the drawing, Emma's careful scribbles. Then I want documentation. This is going to hurt, Janet says. Whatever I find, it's going to hurt. I've been hurt. I want truth. She nods, takes the case. If you've ever been told your pain doesn't matter, if you've heard, just get over it, when your world fell apart, leave a comment. Just write, I understand. You're not alone in this, I promise. 2 weeks later, Janet calls. You need to come to my office. She spreads papers across her desk, bank statements, text message screenshots, recovered from a cloud backup Derek didn't know existed, credit card receipts. Your brother made payments to Lauren's account, Janet says, monthly, starting 14 months before your wedding. Payments for what? Rent, initially, then medical bills. She slides over a hospital invoice. OB/GYN appointments, prenatal vitamins, all paid from Derek's account. My hands go cold. How far along was she at my wedding? Based on the medical records I could access, 3 months, maybe a little more. 3 months. The wedding was 3 years ago. Emma is 3 years old. There's more, Janet says. She shows me text messages, hundreds of them, Derek to Lauren. When are you going to tell him? Lauren to Derek. I can't, not yet. He'll leave. Derek, so let him leave. We can be together. Lauren, your mother said to wait until after the wedding. Make it look like it fell apart naturally. I read that last line 3 times. Your mother knew, Janet says quietly. Before the wedding. She knew. The room tilts. I sit down hard. There's a clause in your family trust, Janet continues. I had a lawyer friend look into it. If you had married and divorced within 5 years, you'd lose your inheritance, all of it. But if you never married at all, if you walked away from an engagement, it stays in probate, accessible to other family members, specifically your brother. She wanted me to marry Lauren so I'd divorce her later and lose everything? Or she wanted you to walk away, which you did, so Derek could access the trust fund early. Your grandfather set it up so the money gets distributed at 35, or upon marriage, whichever comes first. You're 32 now, Derek is 34. He gets my share. He got your share 3 years ago, 1 week after your non-wedding. I laugh. It sounds broken even to me. So, this was always about money. This was about control, Janet corrects. Your mother controlled who got what. She chose Derek, and she made sure you'd leave so he could have it all. Not a mistake, not an affair, a conspiracy. I sit in my car outside Janet's office for an hour, maybe 2. I watch people walk by, normal people with normal problems. I wonder if any of them have mothers who orchestrate their destruction. Sarah calls. How bad is it? She knew, my mother knew before the wedding, she approved it. Silence on the line, then, Marcus, what are you going to do? I need proof I can't argue with, something that makes it impossible for anyone to gaslight me. You mean a DNA test? I mean a DNA test. That's going to require access to Emma, or Derek, or Lauren. Emma lost a hair tie at the grocery store, I say. Mrs. Chen, the neighbor, picked it up. She called me yesterday, said she'd been keeping things, evidence, just in case someone ever needed it. This woman is a saint or a stalker. Maybe both. Sarah is quiet for a moment. If you do this, you can't unknow what you'll find out. You understand that? I understand. Okay, I'll go with you to the lab. You shouldn't do this alone. The DNA testing facility is sterile. White walls, fluorescent lights that hum too loud. The technician is professional, no questions, no judgment. Just swabs and labels and chain of custody forms. We have hair samples from the child, I say, and I need to test for paternal relationship with 2 possible fathers. The technician nods. Standard paternity test. Results in 3 to 5 business days. I provide my sample. Then Derek's, Mrs. Chen, had saved his coffee cup from a neighborhood barbecue. God bless her paranoia. Then Emma's hair from the hair tie. What are you hoping for? Sarah asks in the parking lot. I'm hoping I'm wrong, I say. I'm hoping Emma is mine somehow. Some miracle, some timeline that makes this okay. And if she's not, then I know for sure, and I can stop wondering. We sit in the car. Sarah holds my hand. We don't talk. Sometimes presence is enough. 5 days later, the email arrives. I'm at work. Session with a client about boundaries with toxic parents. Irony again. My phone buzzes. Subject line, test results available. I excuse myself, lock my office door, open the attachment, heavy paper stock, even in PDF form, blue borders, official letterhead, numbers in neat columns. Test subject, Marcus Reynolds. Child subject, Emma, last name redacted. Alleged father, number 1, Marcus Reynolds. Result, probability of paternity, 0%. I keep reading, alleged father, number 2, Derek Reynolds. Result, probability of paternity, 99.97%. Additional finding, probability of avuncular relationship, uncle. Between Marcus Reynolds and child, 99.97%, 0%. Emma is not my daughter, she's my niece. I sit on my office floor, the email is still open, numbers don't lie, 0.0%. Sterile truth in 12-point font. I call Sarah. It's Derek's. Oh, Marcus. She was 3 months pregnant at my wedding. They knew. All of them knew. What do you need? I need to know everything, every detail, every lie. I need documentation so thorough that when I'm done, no one can ever tell me I'm overreacting again. Then let's document. Mrs. Chen invites me over for tea. Her house is exactly what you'd expect. Floral wallpaper, photographs of grandchildren, the smell of jasmine and old books. She's 83 and sharp as broken glass. I've been watching them for 2 years, she says. She pulls out a spiral notebook, floral cover, neat handwriting in blue ink. March 12th, 3:47 p.m., Derek's BMW, again. March 19th, 3:52 p.m., Derek's BMW, stayed until 6:30. April 2, 4:15 p.m., Derek's BMW. Lauren met him at the door. Emma was at daycare. Page after page, dates, times, license plate numbers. She has photographs, taken from her window with a camera that has a very good zoom. Derek's car in Lauren's driveway. Derek and Lauren on the porch. Derek leaving at odd hours. Why did you do this? I ask. Because I'm old and nosy, she says. And because I heard them fighting once. The windows were open. Lauren was crying. Said something about Marcus would have been a better father. And Derek said, Marcus doesn't even know she exists. That made me angry. So I started paying attention. Did you know I was Marcus? Not until the grocery store, but I knew there was a Marcus somewhere who deserved better. She pours more tea. And then I saw you, and Emma knew you, and I thought, there he is, the one they erased. She hands me a USB drive, doorbell camera footage, 2 years worth, every Tuesday and Thursday like clockwork. Sometimes Saturdays. I'm not sure what you're planning, dear, but if you need an old woman to testify, I will. You do that, someone has to see the truth. She touches my hand. Her fingers are paper thin, warm. Your mother chose wrong, but you don't have to keep paying for it. I leave with the notebook, the photographs, and the USB drive. Evidence, proof, truth. A month later, my cousin Jessica reaches out. We were close as kids, distant as adults, family politics. I need to talk to you, she says, in person. We meet at a park. She looks nervous, keeps checking her phone. I wasn't sure if I should do this, she says, but I was at your mother's birthday dinner last month. You weren't invited, surprise, and I recorded something. I was just trying to capture a funny toast, but she trails off, hands me her phone. Listen, it's a voice recording, restaurant noise, clinking glasses. Then my mother's voice, clear as ice. Marcus was always too soft, too emotional. Derek is smarter. He knows how to play the game. My uncle's voice. Still Patricia. The boy left 3 years ago. Maybe it's time to... Time to what? Welcome him back? He made his choice. He embarrassed this family. Derek deserves his life. Derek deserves his inheritance. And if Marcus can't handle that, it's not my problem. Aunt Carol. You knew about Derek and Lauren before the wedding, didn't you? A pause. Then my mother, calm. Of course I knew. I approved. Marcus would have found out eventually. Better it happened before legal complications. He'd have divorced her, lost everything in the split. This way, Derek gets the trust fund, Lauren gets security, and Marcus gets to feel like a martyr. Everyone wins. Except Marcus, Carol says quietly. Marcus is fine. He's always fine. He'll find some other woman who doesn't challenge him and live a small life. That's what he wants. The recording ends. I listen to it 3 times. Jessica watches me. "I'm sorry," she says. "I thought you should know." "She planned it." My voice sounds far away. "She knew, she approved, she wanted me gone." "Yeah." Jessica looks like she might cry. "Yeah, she did. And I'm done pretending that's okay. If you need someone at the next family thing to back you up, call me. I'll be there." Not a mistake, not an affair, a conspiracy. My mother's conspiracy. Sarah and I are having coffee when I get the text from Jessica. "Mom's having a big birthday party next month. Whole family invited. Except you, obviously. Want to crash it?" "What are you thinking?" Sarah asks. She knows that look. "I'm thinking I have DNA evidence. I have recordings. I have a neighbor with documentation. I have bank records. I have text messages. I count them on my fingers. I have everything I need to prove what happened. And I want them to hear it, all of them. Everyone who told me to get over it, to move on, to stop being dramatic. I want them to see the evidence and know what they defended." "Marcus." Sarah's voice is gentle. "That's going to be nuclear." "Good. You'll lose the rest of your family. I already lost them. They left me 3 years ago. I'm just making it official." She studies me. "What about Emma?" That stops me. Emma, 3 years old, innocent in all of this. "I don't know," I admit. "I don't want to hurt her, but she's going to find out eventually. Kids always do. Maybe it's better if she knows the truth while she's young enough to process it without shame. Or maybe you traumatize her at a birthday party. Or maybe I protect her from growing up thinking lies are love. We sit with that. The coffee shop hums around us. Normal people having normal days. "If you do this," Sarah says, "I'm coming with you. You're not walking into that alone." "You do that?" Someone has to be the witness who actually cares about you. 3 weeks before the party, Emma shows up at my office. Not Emma alone. She's with a woman I don't recognize. Older, kind face, social worker credentials on a lanyard. "Dr. Reynolds?" The woman extends her hand. "I'm Carol Patterson. I'm Emma's court-appointed advocate. May we speak privately?" My stomach drops. "Is Emma okay?" "Emma is fine, but she's been asking about you. Repeatedly. And her therapist, yes, 3-year-olds can have therapists, thinks a supervised visit might help her process some confusing family dynamics. Emma peeks around Carol's legs. She's holding a stuffed bear, worn, loved, missing an eye. "Hi, Uncle Marcus," she says shyly. My heart breaks, cleanly, completely. "Hi, Emma." We sit in my office. Carol supervises. Emma colors at my coffee table. I keep crayons for younger clients. Sarah joins us because I asked her to. Witness, support, safety. "Emma," Carol says gently, "do you remember what we talked about? About telling Uncle Marcus how you feel?" Emma nods. She pulls out a paper, folded small, wrinkled, hands it to me. "Miss Sarah helped me write it because I can't write yet," Emma says. "But I told her the words." I unfold it. Sarah's handwriting, but Emma's voice. "Dear Uncle Marcus, I don't know why you don't come over anymore. Grandma says you're mean, but you gave me ice cream that one time, and you smiled at me like you were sad, happy. Can I visit you? I'll bring Mr. Buttons. He's my bear. He protects me from bad dreams. Love, Emma." I can't speak. I just hold the letter. Emma slides off her chair, walks over, holds up Mr. Buttons, the one-eyed bear. "You can hold him until I can visit again," she says seriously. "He's very good at making people feel better." I take the bear. It smells like kid shampoo and laundry detergent and something sweet I can't name. "Thank you, Emma," I manage. "You're welcome." She climbs into my lap like it's the most natural thing in the world. "Why does Grandma say mean things about you when you're not there?" The room goes silent. Carol sits forward. Sarah's hand covers her mouth. "What kind of mean things?" I ask carefully. "She says you're bad, that you left because you don't love us, that Daddy Derek is the good one." Emma looks up at me. "But I don't think you're bad. You have sad eyes, but not mean eyes." "Emma, honey," Carol says, "has Grandma said other things about Uncle Marcus?" Emma nods, pulls out another drawing from her pocket, this one more detailed. 2 houses. One labeled real family in adult handwriting. One labeled lies in Emma's shaky letters. "Mommy and Daddy fight about you," Emma says. "Mommy cries sometimes, says she wishes things were different. Daddy gets mad, says you made your choice. Grandma says we don't talk about you. She hands me the drawing. In the Lies house, there's a stick figure with a crown. That's Grandma, Emma says. She's the queen of the Lies house. Out of the mouths of babes. Carol looks at me. Dr. Reynolds, I think we need to have a longer conversation about Emma's home environment. I think so too. Emma yawns, leans against me. Can I take a nap here? I'm tired of being careful. I look at Carol. She nods. Emma curls up on my office couch. I cover her with my jacket. She's asleep in minutes, clutching the drawing. That child knows something's wrong, Carol says quietly. She can't articulate it, but she knows. And she's trying to tell the truth the only way she can. Through drawings. Children's art is often their clearest language. Carol looks at the picture. The Lies house. The queen with a crown. Dr. Reynolds, I need to ask, are you planning to pursue any legal action regarding Emma's parentage or custody? I'm not her father. No, but your family, and you clearly care about her well-being. If there are concerns about her current environment, there are concerns, I say, significant concerns, and I have evidence. Then I'd like to see it, because that little girl deserves the truth. And she deserves adults who will protect her from the ones who traffic in lies. Sarah squeezes my shoulder. Emma snores softly on the couch. Mr. Button sits on my desk, one-eyed and faithful. This isn't about revenge anymore. This is about making sure Emma grows up knowing what real love looks like. The party is in 2 weeks. I call Jessica back. I'm coming, I say, and I'm bringing everything. My mother's 70th birthday party is at the Sterling Grand Hotel. Same place as my rehearsal dinner, same ballroom. I wonder if she chose it on purpose. Probably. I arrive with Sarah, Tom, my actual best friend who stood by me, and Jessica. Carol Patterson is nearby, off-duty but present. Witness protection, she calls it. I call it moral support. I'm carrying a laptop, a projector, and a briefcase full of paper evidence. Sarah's carrying a portable speaker. Tom's carrying my grandfather's watch in his pocket. I gave it to him this morning for safekeeping. Symbolism. The old guard protecting the truth. The party is already underway. 50 people, maybe more. Extended family, family friends, business associates. My mother holds court at the center, wearing her pearls. Derek and Lauren are there, Emma between them. Emma sees me and lights up. Uncle Marcus! The room goes silent. Every head turns. My mother's face hardens. Marcus, you weren't invited. I know. I set the projector on a table. But I have a birthday present for you. The gift of truth. Should only take about 20 minutes. You need to leave, Derek says. He steps forward. Now. Sit down, Derek. My voice is calm, steady. 3 years of therapy paying off. Everyone should sit down. You're going to want to be sitting for this. Lauren pulls Emma closer. Emma waves at me. I wave back. Tom sets up the projector. Sarah connects the laptop. Jessica stands by the door. No one's leaving until this is done. My mother walks toward me. Whatever you think you're doing, I'm doing exactly what you taught me to do. I look at her. Really look at her. I'm putting family first. I'm making sure everyone knows the truth. Because families don't keep secrets, right? That's what you always said. She stops. She knows. In that moment, she knows. I turn to the room. 50 faces. Some curious, some uncomfortable. Some, like my Uncle Tom and Aunt Carol, leaning forward, ready for something they've suspected for years. 3 years ago, I begin, I walked away from my wedding 18 hours before it was supposed to happen. My mother told everyone I got cold feet, that I was immature, that I embarrassed this family. I click the remote. The projector displays a wedding invitation. Gold embossed, my name and Lauren's name. But that's not what happened. What happened was I walked into a storage room at my rehearsal dinner and found my fiancée with my brother, both half-dressed, both guilty. Gasps, whispers. Lauren goes white. Derek stands up. That's not... You can't... Sit down. Tom's voice. Firm. Derek sits. I click again. Text messages appear. Derek to Lauren. When are you going to tell him? Lauren to Derek. I can't. Not yet. Your mother said to wait. I have 300 of these, I say. Spanning 14 months before my wedding. Would you like me to read them all? Or should we skip to the interesting part? Silence. My mother touches her pearls. Click. Medical records. redacted for privacy, but the dates are clear. Lauren was 3 months pregnant at our wedding. DNA test confirms the father is Derek, not me. Derek. I pull out the DNA report. Walk to Derek and Lauren's table. Place it in front of them. Heavy paper stock, blue borders, the truth in black and white. Probability of paternity, 99 to 97%. Emma is Derek's daughter, which means for 3 years you've been lying to her, to everyone, about who her father is, about why I left, about what really happened. Emma tugs Lauren's sleeve. Mommy, what's paternity mean? Lauren is crying. Derek won't look up. Click. Bank records, Derek's payments to Lauren, prenatal appointments, rent, utilities. Derek was supporting Lauren for over a year before my wedding, which makes sense because they weren't having a one-night affair, they were having a relationship. While Lauren was engaged to me, while Derek was supposed to be my best man. Aunt Carol stands up. Patricia, did you know about this? My mother doesn't answer. Let me answer for her. I click again. The recording plays. My mother's voice fills the ballroom through Sarah's speaker. Marcus was always too soft, too emotional. Derek is smarter. He knows how to play the game. You knew about Derek and Lauren before the wedding, didn't you? Of course I knew. I approved. Marcus would have found out eventually. Better it happened before legal complications. The room erupts, people shouting, my mother standing frozen, Derek on his feet, pointing at me. You recorded her? You invaded her privacy? Jessica recorded her, I say calmly. At a family dinner I wasn't invited to, where my mother admitted she orchestrated my humiliation so you could access my trust fund early. Would you like to hear that part again? I play it again, the part where she says, Derek deserves his life. Derek deserves his inheritance. My uncle stands up. Patricia, what the hell did you do? My mother finally speaks. I did what was best for this family. You destroyed your son. Aunt Carol is shaking. You drove him away, let everyone think he was the problem, and you did it for money? I did it because Derek is stronger. Marcus was never going to amount to. I'm a therapist, I interrupt. I help people heal from family trauma. I make $70,000 a year. I own my home. I have friends who love me. I am fine, Mother. Better than fine. I'm free. She opens her mouth, closes it. For the first time in her life, she has nothing to say. Click. Mrs. Chen's documentation, diary entries, photographs, 2 years of Derek's car in Lauren's driveway. This is from your neighbor, Lauren, Mrs. Chen, who documented every time Derek visited, every Tuesday and Thursday like clockwork, while you were telling Emma her father was traveling for work. Lauren looks at Derek. Her face crumbles. You told me he'd never find out. You said your mother would fix it. You told me you couldn't get pregnant. Derek's mask slips. You said you were on birth control. You trapped me. I trapped you. You said you'd leave Marcus and we'd be together. You said you loved me. They're shouting at each other now. 3 years of lies imploding in real time. Emma starts crying. Carol moves toward her, but I get there first. I kneel down. Hey, Emma, remember Mr. Buttons? She nods, crying. He's at my house, keeping it safe for you. Do you want to go somewhere quiet? She nods again. I pick her up. She buries her face in my shoulder. Carol? I look at the social worker. Take her outside. I'll handle this. I carry Emma out of the ballroom. Sarah follows. We sit on a bench in the hotel garden. Emma cries. I hold her. Sarah rubs her back. Is Daddy mad at me? Emma asks. No, sweetie. Daddy's mad at himself. None of this is your fault. Did I make you go away? My heart breaks again. No. You didn't make me do anything. The grown-ups made bad choices. You're perfect. You didn't do anything wrong. Grandma said you left because you didn't love us. Grandma lied. I wipe her tears. I love you very much. That's why I'm here, to make sure you know the truth. What's the truth? I look at Sarah. She nods. The truth is that families should be honest and kind and safe, and your family hasn't been those things. But that's going to change now, because people who tell the truth are going to make sure you're protected. Will you protect me? As much as I'm allowed to. Yes. She hugs me tighter. Sarah takes a photo, just for us. Evidence of something good in all this wreckage. Inside, I can hear shouting, then silence, then more shouting. Tom comes out. You need to see this? When we return to the ballroom, my mother is sitting down. She looks old suddenly, smaller. Her pearls sit on the table in front of her. She's taken them off for the first time in my memory. Derek and Lauren are separated, Jessica between them like a referee. Derek is on his phone, probably calling a lawyer. Lauren is staring at the floor. My uncle stands at the front. He's holding a document. Marcus, I owe you an apology. Several of us do. He looks at the room. I've just called the family trust attorney, confirmed what you said. Derek accessed Marcus's share of the inheritance 3 years ago using a clause that was never meant to be exploited. Patricia signed off on it as trustee. Murmurs. Anger. My father sits in the corner, silent as always. The attorney is reviewing for fraud, Uncle Tom continues. But regardless of legal outcomes, I want everyone here to know Marcus was wronged, deliberately, by people who should have protected him. He looks at my mother. Patricia, you're done as trustee, effective immediately. The family is voting you out. You can't. We can. We are. He turns to me. Marcus, I'm sorry. We should have asked questions. We should have pushed. We failed you. I don't know what to say, so I just nod. Aunt Carol approaches. I'm filing a report with Child Services. Emma deserves a stable environment, and right now, with Derek and Lauren at each other's throats and Patricia manipulating everyone, that's not stable. I'll cooperate with any investigation, I say. I know you will. She touches my arm. You're the only one who's been honest through all of this. Here's my question for you, listening to this. If you had this evidence, DNA tests, recordings, witnesses, would you expose your family publicly? Or would you walk away and protect the child? I wrestled with this for weeks. Comment, expose or protect. I want to know what you would do, because there's no perfect answer. The party dissolves. People leave in clusters, whispering. My mother sits alone at her table. My father finally approaches her. They speak quietly. I can't hear the words, but I see her face. She's crying. Actual tears. I've never seen her cry. Derek storms out. Doesn't say goodbye to Emma, doesn't look back. Lauren approaches me. Emma is with Carol, getting water. I'm sorry, Lauren says. I know that doesn't mean anything, but I am. I was stupid. I was selfish. I thought... She stops. I don't know what I thought. You thought you'd get away with it. Yeah. She looks at Emma. She asks about you. All the time. She doesn't understand why you don't visit. And I couldn't tell her the truth because the truth makes me the villain. You are the villain, I say quietly. But Emma doesn't need to know that. She just needs stability and honesty. Can you give her that? I don't know. I'm gonna try. Try harder, because if you don't, Carol and I will make sure she's somewhere she can grow up without lies. Lauren nods, walks away. Jessica hugs me. You did it. You actually did it. Yeah. I feel empty. Vindicated but empty. I did. How do you feel? Ask me in 6 months. 6 months later. The legal fallout takes time. Derek is required to repay the embezzled trust fund portion. Turns out using a loophole your mother created still counts as financial fraud when everyone agrees it was exploitation. He's not going to jail, but he's broke. And ostracized. Most of the family won't speak to him. Lauren enters therapy. Real therapy. She and Derek break up. Turns out a relationship built on lies doesn't survive exposure to truth. Shocking. My mother loses her position as family matriarch. She tries to apologize once through a letter. It's half-hearted. Blames me for overreacting. I don't respond. Some people can't change, and I don't need to forgive her to be free of her. My father calls. We talk for 2 hours. He cries. Actually cries. Says he should have stood up for me. Should have been a father instead of a coward. I tell him it's late, but not too late. We start having coffee every other week, building something new from the rubble. Emma enters custody evaluation. The judge asks her a simple question. Where do you feel safest? Emma looks at Lauren. She looks at Derek, who bothered to show up for court, but looks miserable. She looks at my mother, watching from the gallery. Then Emma slides off the chair, walks across the courtroom, and points at me. With Uncle Marcus, he doesn't yell. The judge awards Lauren primary custody. She's trying, getting help, being honest with Emma now. But I get visitation rights. Every other weekend, holidays, summer weeks. I'm not Emma's father, but I'm her safe person. And that matters. Today is Sunday. Sarah is at my house. She's more than a colleague now, more than a friend. We're figuring it out, slowly, honestly. Mrs. Chen is here too. She's become honorary grandmother to Emma, brings cookies, tells stories, documents nothing because she doesn't have to anymore. Tom is arguing with Sarah about basketball. Emma is teaching Mrs. Chen to play Go Fish. There's laughter, real laughter. I'm making dinner. Nothing fancy. Pasta, salad, garlic bread, food that tastes like home. Sarah comes into the kitchen. What do you want for your birthday next month? I look through the doorway. Mrs. Chen pretending to lose at Go Fish. Emma giggling. Tom stealing cookies while no one's looking. I have it, I say. Have what? What I wanted. This, right here. Sarah smiles. A found family? The best kind. Emma runs in. Uncle Marcus, Mrs. Chen says you have art supplies. Can I draw you another picture? Of course. I hand her the crayons, the same box from the grocery store 3 years ago. What are you going to draw? She thinks. My family, my real family, not the fake one. She settles at the kitchen table, starts drawing. I watch over her shoulder. She draws me, Sarah, Tom, Mrs. Chen, herself in the middle. At the top, in careful letters she's been practicing, Family. What do you think? She asks. I think it's perfect. She beams, hands it to me. You can keep it, to remember that you're not alone. I hang it on the refrigerator, right at eye level, where I'll see it every day. Later, after dinner, after Mrs. Chen goes home and Tom leaves and Emma is asleep on the couch mid-movie, Sarah asks me a question. Do you regret any of it? The exposure, the confrontation, all of it. I think about my mother's face when the recording played. Derek's rage, Lauren's tears, the family fractured and bleeding. Then I look at Emma, safe and sleeping. At the drawing on my fridge, at Sarah beside me, at the life I've built from the ashes of the one I lost. I regret nothing, I say, because we don't leave people, we choose who stays. Your grandfather would be proud. I touch my wrist. The watch is with Tom now. I gave it to him last month, passed it on to chosen family. But I can still feel its weight, still hear its tick in quiet rooms. I know, I say. I know. Mrs. Chen calls the next day. How's Emma? She's good, happy, drew us a picture. I saw. She showed me before she gave it to you. Very proud of herself. A pause. I'm proud of you too, you know. What you did, exposing them, that took courage. Or stupidity. Courage and stupidity look similar from certain angles. She laughs. But you protected that child. You gave her the truth. That's what good people do. I'm not sure I'm good. I'm just trying. Trying is enough, dear. Trying is everything. The final piece comes 4 months after the party. A letter from the family trust attorney. The trust has been restructured. Derek repaid his portion, sold his house, his car, most of his assets. My share is restored, with interest. But there's more. My grandfather included a clause I never knew about. If any beneficiary was found to have acted in deliberate harm to another beneficiary, their share would be forfeit, Derek's entire inheritance, gone, redistributed to charity and to me. I don't want it. I call the attorney. Put Derek's share in a trust for Emma, I say. She didn't choose her parents. She shouldn't pay for their mistakes. That's very generous. It's fair, and fair is all I wanted. I want to hear about your found family, not the one you were born into, the one you chose. Who chose you? Who did you choose? Tell me in the comments. Share your story. Because sometimes the family we make is stronger than the family we're given, and that's okay. More than okay. It's beautiful. 2 years later, Emma is 5. She calls me every Wednesday evening, video chat, tells me about school, her friends, her hamster named Gerald. Mommy says I can come stay with you next weekend, she says. Can we make pancakes? We can make whatever you want. And can Mrs. Chen teach me more knitting? Absolutely, she grins, then her face gets serious. Uncle Marcus? Yeah? I'm glad you came back, even when it was scary. I'm glad you told the truth. My throat tightens. Me too, kiddo. Me too. The drawing is still on my refrigerator, faded now, edges curled. But I won't take it down. It reminds me what I fought for, what I found, what I chose. Sarah comes up behind me, wraps her arms around my waist. What are you thinking about? about how sometimes you have to lose everything to find what matters. Deep thoughts for a Tuesday. I'm a therapist. Deep thoughts are my brand. She laughs, kisses my shoulder. Emma's coming this weekend. Should we get ingredients for pancakes? And ice cream. She's obsessed with ice cream lately. Like uncle, like niece. We stand there, looking at a 5-year-old's crayon drawing, at the word family spelled in purple marker, at the stick figures holding hands. My mother tried to teach me that family was obligation, performance, sacrifice of self for image. She was wrong. Family is choice, truth, staying for people who stay for you. And I have that now, in this house, with these people, with this small, fierce, honest life. My grandfather's watch is gone, but its lesson remains. Time reveals character. And character, it turns out, is choosing love over loyalty to people who never loved you back. I choose this. Every day, I choose this. And that's enough. That's everything.